first opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Tirico along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. And we're underway at legendary Lambeau Field. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They'll let him keep it. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
Seven Pirates. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now this time he'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Cup 19, 70 range, Mustang 19. Ready.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
He'll drop to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Lion. 60, trap 60, trap 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 79 Broncos.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. And the Packers going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Lion. Ready.
Here's a design run. And he will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Packers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Davis. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play for Minnesota. 36 yards.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. On 1st down, here's McCarthy. Short pass taken in by the tight ends. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He connects with Jordan Addison. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. 17 yards on that connection. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 19, Pioneer. Scoop.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Out wide, that's to Davis. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Right side, and it's brought in by Felton. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Vikings.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheeseheads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Up next, it's our main event between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And here we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Working quickly here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
They're going to try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 3rd and
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Rangers, 70 Warriors, 70. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. This is hauled in by Harris. Running down the left side. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 6-0 lead right away. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That is not a good omen at all. You spend so much time, Kate, on the first 15 plays. And that first play, you've rehearsed it in your head over and over as a quarterback, as an offensive line. You never, ever want to go backwards, have such a negative play. But now, you got to flush it and quickly move on.
Hits his running back. And we'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
The Packers take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. So that's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings getting their punt team out. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And it's a shorter punt. He manages to get it just beyond the 40 before it goes out. Great field position for them. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Let's go now.
First plays the design wrong. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. That's Harris on the right side. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Offense in a hurry up here.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. Panther 19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. Taken in by Harris. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
It's 4th down.
70 Lions. Mustang 19. Scoop.
They'll throw for it. Hits him downfield. This is Harris. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. He finds him 6 yards on that 1st down run. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
14-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Design quarterback run here. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. About set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Davis. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Incomplete pass on 1st down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. Davis off the pistol handoff. We're working a couple yards past the line. That was Michael Parsons making that play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Packers going nickel on third. Throw here, third down. Crafty hit, he lost the football. But fortunately, the Vikings stay calm. They were able to get to it. Crisis averted. They keep possession. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got fourth down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
And finally, they're able to corral him, but not before he gets a hefty amount on that return. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Trap 70, trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Offensive line fast.
19, Dragon, 19, Dragon.
41-yard line.
Cup 19, Cup 19. 19, Panther 11, Mustang 19. Ready,
To throw here on 1st down. Still has some space inside the 35. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 20-zip lead. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers push their lead to 21-zip already. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Davis up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
McCarthy operating from the pistol. Completed to his running back. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. 21-0 our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. He won't connect on that one. Incomplete.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Go! 60 Eagles, 19, 18.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
Cowboy 80.
Line up the design keeper. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Looking quickly here.
18 Rebels, 18 Rebels, 60 Maverick, 60, 79, Buffalo 18. Go.
2nd and 10, here's a pass. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete.
So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to their earlier efforts.
60 Eagles, 60, 19 Lions, 7 Pirates, trap 50, trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers are running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on the fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
They're out to try and tack on the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Davis takes it straight ahead. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He'll get it to Gavin Bartholomew. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Third and 2, McCarthy. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
It's a gain of 6.
All set to go now from the 35. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to the air, McCarthy. Completed right side to Addison. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Throwing again now, McCarthy. On the quick slant, hits Davis. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, McCarthy to throw. On the move, headed right. And he'll just throw this away, Brock, and that's going to bring us to our 2-minute warning. We'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Another throw here for McCarthy. That's him on the quick hitter. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. From the shotgun, McCarthy. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's cruising speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. Not sure altered the throw. Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points. A little bit of feel-good momentum.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 Lion, 18 Pioneer.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Get it. Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 11, Buffalo 18. 19 tight, 19 tight. Dragon 60. Ready.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A dose of the hurry-up here.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's a design run. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Working quickly here.
No gain on the play. second and 10.
79 Brown.
At the
Mustang 19
47-yard
Warriors.
line.
70. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Second and 10, back to throw. This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's a gain
Now
away.
timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Ready. Bronco 80. Viking 18. Trap 60. Trap 60. Cup 19. 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cut down the field, Golden. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
First and
So a
10.
new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. 18. Pioneer. 19. Target. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw here. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Davis. They call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this one is launched downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Nice pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. He's got his target, Bartholomew. And he goes out with enough for the first, but we do have a flag down on the play. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Right side, this is into the hands of Felton. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Davis gets it from the gun. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
There's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Taken in by Felton, left side. On the move, past the 40. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. As his man, it's the Michigan rookie. Running in the red zone. He does it! Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Ready.
Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. Bronco 80. 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates. Chop 50. Chop 18. Pioneer. Hurt.
He'll pass it this time. Headed out right. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
First down, it's a run with Davis. Looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, there's very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Right side, cut by Davis. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was T.J. Sanders on the tackle.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
McCarthy looking to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal. No run, Davis. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Yards to go as they get set on second and goal. Now it's McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Third and goal for McCarthy. Buying some time right. And he has the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings get it back to a 14-point game.
Vikings 17.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
Hold it ready.
This, our last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get back to 5 yards. That's Harris on the right side. And he gets them back what they lost on that penalty. 2nd and 10. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Packers carrying both the football and a good lead into our 4th quarter. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready? Track 60, come next, trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Pass play now. That's him on a quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Crack all 80. Check, check. Ready?
Design quarterback run here. line they go. It's second down.
Here is 18 Cardinal, 8 Warriors, Cowboy 80. Mustang 19.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. He's got a man left. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set it third and very short. Offense in the hurry up here. We'll go with a design keeper. We'll have the first down and even more. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Go!
Line up the design keeper. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Ready?
The give now out of the shotgun. Wow, he's about as close to the first as you can get, partner. Down to the 31, but didn't get it, so it's third down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
We'll go with a design keeper. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and we see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Check a lane like a game of chess. You want to be better, bring your best. When you standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. I'm a hot girl yelling, bring them out, bring them out. I'm a dope boy yelling, bring them out.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers close to picking up their 5th win. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
Here's the design run. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
A pickup or 2 brings up
60
second and
Eagles,
goal.
60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready?
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it up. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
79 Brook, 19 Lions, Dragon 6, Buffalo 18. Ready?
All right, they're going to throw for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th.
Vikings 17.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And he didn't strike that one true, Brock. It came down short of the landing zone. He had to reach, so give them the football up at the 40. Handoff here to Davis. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would.
McCarthy operating from the pistol. Tried to float that one in, and defenders there for the interception. And the Packers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, Warriors 70.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let's go. 18, 5, 65, 70, 19 tight, 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go.
We're going to pass it here. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2 and 3rd down vertical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And thankfully, he hasn't been... It's a fake. Direct snap to the up man. And he's hauled down before he can pay off that gamble as their creativity is rewarded with a turnover on downs. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Davis. And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's down to almost... Oh, no, actually going to give him the 30 here. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line. The defense all over this one. The Packers take their 1st time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
19, Tiger, 19.
Going right back to Davis. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
And the the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cup 19, Cup 19, 60 Maverick, Trap 60, Trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
They'll throw to start the drive. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Hook 2. Not 7 Pirates, 79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
Here's a throw. Taking a deep shot here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Okay, I think you could almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Packers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Must be paying these guys day rate, not the hourly rate, because it took them just 1 play to answer interception for interception. We're right back basically to where we were 2 snaps ago, but with a whole lot of excitement in between.
This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. So this is a Packers win. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.